Dribbling is the foundation of football and easily the most important aspect of anyone to fulfil their potential at football. Very few players ever fulfil their potential at dribbling, so we need a major rethink of how dribbling is taught. In this video, I'm going to summarise the 12 vital steps to improve and develop your dribbling. Step 1. Messi has practiced many thousands of hours on his dribbling, so every player has to also practice consistently over the long term. Step 2, we're using the front of our foot. So we're pretty much using our toes to get tiny touches. The problem with too many young players, they're using sort of the instep or the outside of their foot to dribble, and you can't get very small touches. So you need to be using the front of your foot to get very small touches. Step 3, Messi's foot's only coming a very small distance off the ground. When you're walking, your foot might come a big distance off the ground, but it's a different style when you're dribbling. Your foot needs to stay very close to the ground, and that really improves speed. So that's very important. Step 4, Messi is a moving target. Because he's taking so many small touches, it's much more difficult for a defender to line him up for a tackle. So I'll give you an example. You're taking so many small touches, the defender finds it difficult to time the tackle. Step 5, Messi has incredible change of speed. So when you're coming up to the defender, you can go at different speeds and adjust depending on what's happening in the game. But once you make that decision and change direction, you need to do it very quickly and accelerate into the space. So let me give you an example. Step 6, Messi is moving at angles the great majority of the time. And that's where the space is on the football field. In between the lines, moving at angles, and often the higher level you play, that's where the space is moving at angles. Too many young players, when they're practicing, moving too many straight lines. Step 7, Messi has incredible vision. And it's because his dribbling technique is so good, it allows him to keep his head up the great majority of the time. And because the ball's always so close to him, he can always change direction very quickly, even when his head's up. Step 8, Messi's dribbling very low on the ball. When you dribble very low on the ball, it makes it much easier to keep closer control, and you're also quicker. So it's very important. Too many young players sort of dribble much closer to the center of the ball, and it's much slower and harder to maintain possession. So let me give you an example of how low Messi's actually sort of touching the ball, and this makes it a lot easier to keep the ball close to your foot. Step 9, the great majority of the time, Messi's just running around a defender. So he's using his low center of gravity and quick change of direction to wrong foot the defender and accelerate into space. The problem is many young players, they show too much of the ball to a defender and fail to maintain possession for their team. When the great majority of the time, the goal is to maintain possession and quickly change direction, accelerate into space and link up with a teammate. Step 10, the great majority of the time, Messi's just heading to his left. So if you're right-footed, the majority of the time head to your right. This makes it much easier to link up with teammates and maintain possession. So let me give you an example with my left foot. Step 11, Messi is incredibly balanced. He's often got his knees bent, the weight on the balls of his feet. It's a very positive position and very easy to change direction. And it's something that young players need to practice. Step 12, the great majority of the time, Messi's looking to pass to a teammate. So he's got his head up, scanning the field for the best opportunities. And the thing about Messi, he's always looking to play positive football. So he's always looking to go forward first. If he can't go forward, he's looking to go sideways. The problem sometimes with young players, they're looking to go back too much when there's often opportunities either forward or to the side. All 12 of these steps a footballer needs to practice over the long term. All great dribblers that have ever played are using these 12 steps, but everyone is an individual, so they have their own style of these 12 steps. If you want to improve at football, then these 12 steps are absolutely crucial to your development and progress as a footballer.